How y'all are this afternoon? This is your buddy George Jones over here at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun. The old used gun I got today is a fairly new gun, but it is a used gun. Today's gun is the Smith & Wesson 438, commonly referred to as the Bodyguard. Now, how did it become known as the Bodyguard? Well, after World War II, Smith & Wesson didn't have model numbers on their guns. What they did was they manufactured firearms with names. So this guy was known as the Bodyguard. The unshrouded version, the Model 30, what we know as a Model 36 or Model 60, was the Chief. The big large frame 357 Magnum revolver known as the Highway Patrol, that basically was caused the Colt Trooper to come into being. They come out with this gun called the Highway Patrol. It was a large frame, heavy made 357 Magnum revolver and 4 and 6 inch barrel. They called it the Highway Patrol. Colt had a gun called the Model 357. Patton carried one of them. And they renamed the Model 357 to the Trooper to compete with Smith & Wesson head-to-head in the law enforcement market. This guy became known as the Bodyguard. Now, when the Bodyguard came out, it was an air-weight gun. It was an alloy frame. It was one of the first alloy frame guns to come out on the market. And it was basically the same as the Chief, except it had permanently made shrouds on the hammer to make it easier for you to carry it in your pocket. Hence the term Bodyguard, because you would always have it. Because it didn't weigh anything, you just drop it in your pocket and pull it out easy without having to worry about it snagging on something. If you've got one of these guys or you like this style of gun, I'll give you one piece of advice. If you carry this thing around as your everyday carry, make sure you get in here with a Q-tip and clean this thing out every once in a while, because I've seen them that were so packed with lint and mysterious material that gunsmiths refer to as mung, which is a combination of lint and body oil and and epithelials, skin flakes and everything else. And I've seen these guys actually packed in there to where they wouldn't work. Having said all of that, I've got a chest center sitting right down here at 7 yards. This is a 2-inch barrel gun. We were shooting it at 25 yards a little while ago at a steel chest center, and we were hitting it. I'm going to see what the absolute pinpoint accuracy of this gun is, and we're going to shoot it here. I've got some 38 special wad cutters. This gun holds 5. Load this guy up, get him galladined. Put me some ear mufflers on. And see how bad the arthritis in my hand is going to hurt tonight. Let's give it a try. Get around here where we can see the gun a little bit better. There we go. Blazing sun out. Okay, I'm going to fire 5 on double action and 5 on single action. We're going to see what it looks like. Hey, that's 5. It only holds 5, Joan. Whew. Put them back in that box because they're like a dime a piece now. One's fired 38s. Getting to be an expensive proposition. .38s aren't a problem to me. I reload. The only problem is finding small pistol primers right now. All right. Let's give it the old single action try here, see how that works. And it works pretty good. Ooh, that was a little off. All right. I'll pile them through the same hole. Okay. That's it. This gun shoots very good. I think I shoot it better on double action than I do on single. I got a fairly large hand and the grip is fairly small. You know, that gun shoots pretty good. Let's shoot it 5 more times while I've got it here. Let's see if I can hit that 25-yard silhouette down there with it. Hit that steel silhouette at 25 yards. This will be a real challenge. More here. This is a great opportunity for me to make a complete fool of myself. All right, here we go. Yeah, I hit it. Look at that. Hit it again. Dang.
5 for 5.
For a 2-inch 38, that gun shoots pretty good. They'll actually shoot a lot farther than people let on. You know, I could get good with this gun. I could get used to shooting it. This is a cold gun to me today. And I've never shot it the first time. Well, there's 10 at 7 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I kept hitting that same spot over and over again. I think there's actually 3 right there. You know, pretty good shooting gun. Pretty reliable. The Bodyguard's been around for a long time. Of course, it came out in the 50s. It came out in the late 50s. And they made it. It used to be in a bright bluing on the alloy frame. Some kind of polished anodizing is what they actually put on it instead of bluing. And it would wear off pretty quick because, you know, in and out of your pocket all the time. I've actually seen these guys that on first appearance, I thought it was the 638 because all of the darkened metal had rubbed off shiny on the alloy frame. So that's one problem that it has, but that's aesthetic. As a 2-inch barrel 38 special personal defense revolver, this gun probably doesn't have any peer, just to tell you the truth. It has longevity, it has serviceability, it's extremely mainstream, and it works, you know. And one of the, you know, I've got basically 3 things that I go by on the channel. One, is it a viable defensive ammunition and gun? Yes, it is. Is it a viable hunting, sporting cartridge and gun? Well, this isn't in that category, you know. And does it work? This guy meets all the criteria of a personal defensive handgun. It works, it shoots straight, it's loaded for a viable, serviceable cartridge. You know, it's good to go. The value of these guns today, Ed, what would a new one cost off the shelf?
Almost $500 now with this current situation.
Yeah, with the current situation, it'd be at least $500. You know, I've seen these guys down there around $480, $490, and I've seen them up around at retail. You know, the wholesale on this gun is over $400. So, you know, if you go to Xander's or Sports South or something to try to order one of these things through your dealer, his wholesale cost is going to be well over $400. First of all, it's a very well made gun, and second of all, you know, it's very popular. It's probably one of the single most popular defensive revolvers on the market today, and has been that way for a long time. Well, all right then, that's about the size of it. Like, take, share, commentate, and subscribe. Leave me no dollar in the Patreon bucket on the way out the door. We've got two things in our society we have to worry about right now. One of them is the coof. So, you know, best medical advice I've gotten from, you know, the medical professionals I know is wash them hands. You know, don't put your fingers in your mouth. Wear that mask when you're in close contact with people. You know, and try and avoid crowds if you can, stuff like that. Be careful. The other one is, if you're driving down the street and you see a mob of people out there and they look like to you that they couldn't make change for $1 on a 50-cent purchase, you probably need to turn around and go the other way. That's just about the size of it right there. You just, you know, don't go where you think there's going to be trouble. And, you know, if you see a bunch of idiots out there in the road howling at the moon, turn around and go the other way. All right, then. Y'all be careful, and God bless all of you. We'll see you when we see you. Bye now.